Hey guys, welcome back to the third week of A Journey to One Bitcoin, where I sit with you every single Friday and we stack Bitcoin together. The idea of this channel, more than anything, is to create a disciplined, consistent plan to invest in Bitcoin and build your Bitcoin savings account, right? That's the idea more than anything. Everyone has dollar savings accounts or they invest in index funds, etc. That's all great. The idea of this channel is that we are investing in Bitcoin because I believe that Bitcoin is the best asset that we have at our disposal right now. Okay. I've been investing in Bitcoin for the last 5.5 years using this same exact strategy to grow my wealth exponentially. All right. I have the experience of investing in Bitcoin every single week and seeing that my investments have grown over time, right? That's the most important thing here, guys, is that this is not a get-rich-quick channel. You will not make millions tomorrow. You're not going to go out and buy a Lamborghini next week. This is not how this works, right? This is a long-term investment plan. You've got to be thinking 5 years, okay? It is not a get-rich-quick channel. It is a get-rich-quicker than other assets, right? Bitcoin is growing faster than real estate. It is growing faster than the stock market, SPY. It is bringing better annual returns than pretty much every single asset that exists on the planet. So I believe that Bitcoin will be the fastest growing asset for sure the next 10 to 15 years. Thereafter, I can't say, but I believe that for the next 10 to 15 years, Bitcoin will be the fastest growing asset, and I personally have seen the effect of Bitcoin in my portfolio, right? I have a lot invested in Bitcoin, and I have seen the rewards of being consistent and disciplined with my Bitcoin investments every single week over a long period of time. And so all I'm doing now is I'm kind of opening myself to the world, showing you guys what I do and how I've been able to do it. And this is the same strategy I've used over the last 5.5 years. Obviously, I've changed it over time when I've made some mistakes. I did some dumb things. I left Bitcoin in exchanges when I shouldn't have, and so on and so forth. UTXO management was terrible. I'm going to teach you guys all of that in this channel. But more than anything, what it is basically I want to build out a community here where we sit together and create a savings strategy in Bitcoin, right? We stay disciplined and consistent. I know how difficult it can be, especially with the highs and lows of Bitcoin. It can be emotionally draining when Bitcoin drops 30%. You can be freaked out of your Bitcoin and sell it. I'm here to tell you and walk you through those fears. Every week I'll be here. And every week you'll see me put my money where my mouth is and invest into Bitcoin with my own personal money, right? Because again, I believe this is going to be the best performing asset for quite a while. So if you're new to this channel, thank you for jumping in. I'm going to jump into here to show you guys a little bit about the sheet real quick just to catch you up. But if you want more details on the sheet, you can look at my first video where I show you exactly how I input all my numbers. So this is a financial deep dive sheet where I show my income, my monthly expenses, my spending for the month of May, and I calculate the leftover monthly cash flow that I am willing to invest into Bitcoin, right? So for the month of May, I have calculated for $1,295.40. I am willing to invest that into Bitcoin comfortably, right? I'm not missing out on my bills or not spending on certain things that I should. I'm not eating soup and cans of beans. This is a comfortable amount of money that I can invest into Bitcoin for this month, for the month of May, and feel comfortable for the long term investing in Bitcoin, right? I'm not going to get shaken out when I invest this amount. So then I take the $1,295.40 and I'm dividing that in 4 to get this $323.85, and that's going to be my weekly purchase. I like to purchase Bitcoin weekly just to catch the ebbs and flows of Bitcoin, the volatility. Okay. So first things first, let's go ahead and jump into a buy. Let's make sure we get that set up. Here with Kraken. So when we jump into Kraken, let's make sure that our funds are already there, right? If you don't know how to invest, put your funds into Kraken, drop me a comment below and I'll be happy to create a video and show you guys how to deposit money into an exchange. But my deposit's already here. I already have cash in Kraken ready to buy Bitcoin. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to press the buy button. I'm going to make sure that I'm purchasing Bitcoin or investing in Bitcoin. You'll see it up here. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the amount that I can invest this week. It's $323.85. Again, calculated from my monthly cash flow. In order type right here, this is very important. I'm going to click that and you'll see that it says buy now. You can choose the buy now option. Again, the issue here is that Kraken or any exchange is going to mark up a bit on the current Bitcoin price. They're going to make a little bit of money between the current price and what they sell it to you for. So I never do the buy now. I always do a custom order, which will set me up to fill the order where at the price that I'm willing to pay for Bitcoin, right? So very important, we hit the custom order. Then I'm going to click review, and you'll see that the current Bitcoin price right now is $104,188, right? That's the actual market price. I usually do a 1% below because Bitcoin does jump 2-3% pretty much every day at this point. And you'll probably catch that swing on the way down and you'll fill the order throughout the week. So I put it 1% down, set that up, and then I click review. All right, we're all set. So you'll see $323.85 is the amount that I'm investing. There's a $4.79 fee from the exchange. And so the actual amount in dollars I'm investing is $319.06. So we're all set there. My price that I'm paying for Bitcoin, or that target limit price that I set, is $103,146.52. All right. So all set there. And now what I'm going to do is jump back into my sheet and I'm going to jump over to the accumulation log. And guys, if you want this sheet, if you are interested in following along using my sheet, please feel free to reach out and I will be happy to send you one. So in the purchase date, you're going to put here May 30th. That's today's date that I'm purchasing today. The exchanges, so they're listed here depending on the exchange that you decided to use. I use Kraken today, so it's going to be Kraken. $323.85 is what I purchased, right? There was a $4.79 fee. So actual investment amount was $319.06. I set my limit buy at $103,146.52. So that puts my Bitcoin amount purchased at 0.003. All right. And so again, this order hasn't actually filled. I will check it on next week's video. And if it didn't fill, I'll force fill it then. Okay. And then we'll put on our new buy. So we're all set here. And again, what you'll see, what's really cool about this sheet is you actually do get this live Bitcoin price here, which is fluctuating with whatever the actual market says. Every time you open up this sheet, it'll give you the actual market price. It'll update or refresh itself. So really cool. So everything else kind of gets affected by that. Your weighted Bitcoin price, the amount of Bitcoin you purchase, etc., is all going to get affected by that. So it's really cool. And then your total P&Ls, or your profit and losses, you'll see here. We are down a bit. And again, guys, this is very normal. Bitcoin does drop 30% from time to time. It does shoot up 30-50% from time to time, right? Very normal. News can break of anything. I think recently we had the tariff news and Bitcoin dropped to 75,000, right? But thereafter, a couple weeks later, it shot back up to 111,000 and hit a new all-time high. So those things happen. Again, the idea of this channel is you won't see me get shaken out. I will not be afraid to invest in Bitcoin. I will be here every single Friday, And if you want to grow long-term wealth, then you should be here with me every single Friday. And, feel free to lean on me psychologically. If you have issues, if you're afraid, if whatever, feel free to put it in the comments below, and I'll make sure to comment back, and we'll get through any volatility together. Again, I've written throughout 5.5 years of all kinds of volatility. I've never been shaken out of Bitcoin, and I'm so glad that I haven't, because it's built exponential wealth for me. All right, so once that accumulation log is all set, we are all done. So just real quick, I want to show you something that's really cool about the sheet also. You'll see that the Bitcoin holdings here have gone up again, right? Because we've put in our new buy, and we're getting closer and closer to our goal. Our SMART goal for the short term is 0.1 Bitcoin, right? The ultimate goal is 1. We want to hit that 0.1 first, and then we'll keep working our way. So we're getting there little by little. And I think now where are we at? Our percent goal is 9%. So last week it was 6%. Now it's 9%. And next week it'll probably be at 12%. So really exciting, guys. Thanks for jumping on again this week. Next week I will be doing a new financial deep dive review for the month of June. I'm going to go through my income, my expenses, etc. I do have some discretionary spending that is going to change for next month. I have a trip planned, so some things are going to change, and so my actual monthly cash flow will be different next month than it was for this month. So it'll be cool to see that change and that difference, and how much I'm willing to invest in Bitcoin comfortably for the month of June. All right, guys. Thanks again for jumping on, and see you again next week. Take care.